Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make my bakery style triple chunk chocolate cookies. These are the most decadent cookies out there for chocolate lovers, so let's make some cookies. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees and line 2 baking sheets with parchment paper. Then you'll need 1 cup of softened butter, and you do want to make sure that butter is softened to room temperature because your cookies will turn out better. And we're going to cream that together with 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. We're going to beat this until nice and combined, which will take about 2 minutes. You want to make sure it ends up nice and smooth. Then we'll add in 2 large eggs. Just make sure you don't get any shells in there. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we'll mix this in until it's just combined. Then you'll need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, so there's chocolate number 1. And then we have a teaspoon of each of baking powder and baking soda, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then we'll mix this on a low speed, slowly increasing as you can until you have a nice dough. It should be nice and thick and soft and easily moldable, almost like fresh Play-Doh. Then it's time for chocolates number 2 and 3. I do 2 cups of milk chocolate chips, and you can see I'm using the good kind. These are Guittard, which is my favorite. And then for our chunks, we're gonna use about 1.5 cups of dark chocolate chunks. And these are so delicious. The contrast between the dark and the milk chocolate. Then grab a rubber spatula, and we're gonna fold all of those chocolate chips into the dough. Takes a little bit of arm strength, but you just fold it in. Now these are bakery style cookies, so we're gonna make them nice and giant, but you could also make them smaller if you'd like. For a giant cookie, you're looking for 5 to 6 ounces each, or for a regular size cookie, you'd do about 2 ounces each. If you're brave, you can get up to 5 per pan. I promise they shouldn't spread too much, but if you're nervous, you can always just bake 3 per pan. For these larger cookies, they'll bake for 11 to 14 minutes. For those smaller 2-ounce cookies, you're looking at about 8 minutes to bake. Now, once they're done baking, you'll want to place the pan onto a wire rack and let the cookies cool on the pan for about 5 minutes. And then you'll be able to move them to a wire rack to cool completely. And listen, I know it'll be hard to wait, but grab yourself a tall glass of milk and you will be ready to dig in. Give this a fudgy bite. Oh my gosh. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow, and check out the rest of my videos, where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. We'll see you later.